Hi, I'm Lee. I'm the guide and founder of Shark Here. So stay tuned, the next 25 minutes is going to be a lot of fun because you're learning all about shark tooth hunting on the beach. Sharks lose thousands of teeth over their lifetime. They start losing teeth as soon as they're born. On Florida's Gulf Coast here, we have a fossil layer that lays off of the beach here. And what it does is it washes fossils up onto our beach. Florida at one time was actually completely underwater, so there was lots of marine life all over Florida. Certain parts of Florida you can actually find shark's teeth in the middle of the state and other places, but today we're hunting on the coast. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of trying to catch a tooth here, coming up from the water. See all this black material here when the waves wash down? So we're looking for 3 points. Looking for triangles, just like you would on a tray. I see one. See that right there? Right there. One shark tooth washed up in the waves. See here? Same thing, like I said, you're looking for those 3 points. You're looking for triangles, just like you would do on top of your floating sifter if you were standing in the water. Beach hunting also takes a lot of training of your eye. It's not as easy as it looks when you first start. So give it some time. If you get a little frustrated, you just keep practicing, keep training your eyes. What I'm doing is just letting the waves kind of wash over everything and looking for triangles. I'm looking for 3 points, and I'm looking for shiny spots. Oh, here we go. Another one right here. See that? Right there. Let's see here. And you also, sometimes you have to be pretty quick when you're beach hunting because the waves, just like that, you can see a tooth and then the wave will steal it. Oh, look at that little baby. I think I got it before the wave got it. Little baby. That one's pretty red. Look at that little tooth. Very nice. And that is a little bit of how you can walk and beach hunt. You're looking at a sand tiger shark tooth here. These teeth are very fun to find. They're extremely pointy and sharp if they're in good shape. They can be pretty long. You can find them a lot bigger than this too. And they also have the nub. If the root is in really great shape, they got those little cusps right there, you can see. Little cusp on the root. And another one that you can do the 1, 2, 3 when you're looking for them. Those 3 points when you're beach hunting are going to find you a lot of shark's teeth. So if you were out swimming and you ran into a sand tiger shark, they can be up to 10.5 foot long. They have dark spots all over their upper body and their fin. And they like shallow waters. So it is possible to run into one off the beach if you're a snorkeler or a swimmer or diver. Sand tiger sharks' teeth are beautiful teeth. Very cool, very unique tooth. And these can be found right on the beach. You can walk the beach and you're gonna find shark's teeth. You know, you'll find 3 shark's teeth or something walking the beach. But you use this equipment and you're gonna find 30 shark's teeth. It's a totally different game. At Shark Gear, we do rent this equipment, and we also provide eco tours to teach you about how to use this equipment and help you find your own shark's teeth for your own souvenirs to take home with you. All right. This here is our floating sifter. The floating sifter you wear just like this, like a bag, and when you go out into the water, you can just slip your arm through, and this will float right around you like that. And then we also use a rake. This sand rake here is going to help us dig the sand up onto the sifter. As I said, we have a fossil layer. Long waves are continuously washing shark's teeth up onto our beach here. So I'm going to go right down into the shell bed here, and we're going to find some sharks. You can see the scoop here. You want to shake it out as much as you can. Get all the small stuff out, because that small stuff, we're going to look right on the sifter here. So this sifter floats. It's a floating sifter, and it sticks right around your body here. Oh, I think I actually see a shark's tooth right now. Let's see here. Yep. One shark tooth here. This is a lemon shark. Lemon sharks get up to about 11 foot. So they're actually a pretty big shark themselves. Another favorite of a lot of people. They got that thick, flat root right there. When you're looking for a lemon shark tooth or trying to identify them, you're looking for 3 points. And that's actually a good tip when you're looking for shark's teeth. There's a joke in there somewhere, but the 3 points on your floating sifter tray is something that's going to look unusual next to all the other shell material that's going to be on your tray. So look for 1, 2, and 3 points. There's a bonus shark tooth beach hunting tip for you. Back of the tooth, the front of the tooth, back, front of the tooth. And that's the beautiful lemon shark tooth. These guys like to hang out around mangroves and around docks, coral. And they get their name because they are a little bit yellowish in color. So if you were ever to come face to face with a lemon shark, it would have a slight yellowish color. All right. Oh, here's, oh, nice.
Wow.
So, see how you're getting different colors? So they're getting these colors from what they're fossilizing in, from the different minerals out here. It has nothing to do with the age. And look at these beautiful teeth. Oh. We have two shark's teeth. So you're looking at bull or dusky shark teeth here. So the reason I gave you two names here is these teeth can be difficult to tell apart between the two sharks. The bull and dusky shark teeth are very similar around here in our Gulf Coast beaches when you're finding them. So the bull shark is a territorial shark. They're about 11 foot in length, so they're a pretty good sized shark too. I'm sure you've heard about the bull shark before. They love warm waters. They are a more triangular shaped tooth. They can have serrations on them. And this one has a neat color here, this brown and blackish color. It's a bonus if you know what animal did that. It's not a shark that made that little round indent. This is our bull shark teeth. The back of the tooth, the front of the tooth, back, the front. Beautiful teeth, look at those. Look at that enamel shine. That enamel is another thing you're looking for when you're finding fossilized shark's teeth. That shine. When you're on the beach hunting, you're looking for that shine. All right, we are moving on to my favorite shark, and I'm sure a lot of people's favorite shark. This is the tiger shark. So the tiger shark eats a lot of different things. It is a very opportunistic feeder. So it will eat a lot of things. The tiger shark's teeth are very easy to identify by looking for that hook back right there that you see, and these serrations right there on the side. Their upper and lower teeth look very similar. There's not a big difference in upper and lower teeth on the tiger shark. Tiger sharks get up to 18 foot long. That is a huge modern day shark. They're a grayish color, you know, and they got those tiger stripes, those dark stripes that identify them if you ever see one in the water. Did you know as you get older, the markings get lighter? Or not as you get older, but as the shark gets older, the markings get lighter. That is just a beautiful, beautiful shark tooth to find. And that is your tiger shark. A couple of my favorite kind of shark's teeth to find around here. This is a snaggletooth shark's tooth, or a Hemi shark tooth. Beautiful serrations around the upper Hemi shark tooth. And this is the upper Hemi too. Of course, that's the front of the tooth there. The Hemi shark is another extinct shark that swam in our seas about 20 million years ago. And this is another shark tooth that you can find right here on these Gulf Coast beaches. And like I said, this is the upper Hemi. So the Hemi is most notable by the root. They say it has a root that kind of looks like a Z. This one has a little broken edge there. And that's the that's the upper Hemi compared to the lower Hemi shark. And you got this huge, these kind of look like sand tiger, but you got a huge nub on them. Much thicker. Of a tooth. And this is the lower. So you have the upper and the lower teeth here. The upper and lower Hemi shark tooth, snaggle shark tooth. These are beautiful teeth if you find them. What you're looking at here, this is a extinct Mako shark tooth. These can also be found on our Gulf Coast beaches. And that's a beautiful tooth. The extinct Mako, or the Hastellus, is an extinct shark. And their teeth are one of the larger teeth that you can find here. Now these aren't as rare as a Megalodon, but these are also very highly sought after and rare teeth. That's a beautiful one. It is busted, it's not quite whole there. And like I said, this is an extinct Mako shark. This version of the Mako is no longer around anymore. Front of the tooth, back of the tooth. Look at the coloring on that too. You can see little stripes. When it was fossilizing. Beautiful. And that's the Hastellus. So I want to talk to everybody about the most sought after tooth on our beaches. What you're looking at here is a Megalodon tooth. So Megalodon teeth are very sought after on Gulf Coast beaches and anywhere that you can find a Megalodon. The Megalodon teeth around here get up to about 6 inches. Megalodons are believed to be, every inch of the tooth is about 10 foot of the Megalodon's body. So if a tooth was 6 inches, presumably that would be a 60-foot shark. Megalodons were huge. They were absolutely ginormous sharks that used to swim in our waters. And around Florida's Gulf Coast, we had quite a lot of Megalodon activity. So it is possible, if you're extremely lucky, to find a Megalodon right here on our Gulf Coast beaches. So I'm going to show you a little close-up of this tooth here. So this is a Megalodon. And this one has a very unique burlette. It kind of goes all the way down the tooth right here. It does have a little chip. It's not perfect, but it's in pretty good shape here. You notice the root, how the root looks on it there. So an interesting fact also about shark's teeth in general is that this side is the front of the shark's tooth. And if you flip it over like this, that's the back of the shark's tooth. We have always worn shark's teeth when we wear them as jewelry this way. Even early humans wore them this way. But this is the front. So when a shark's tooth is in the mouth of a shark, this part is facing forward. It's possible also, and more likely, to find fragments of a Megalodon tooth. Let me show you what a fragment can look like here. So there you have a fragment of a Megalodon tooth. Also, that's a different color. So we have brown Megalodon teeth around here, along with the black in color. Remember, color is not a sign of age. Color is a sign of what material or minerals these Megalodon teeth were fossilizing in. That's where shark's teeth get their color. Just to show you the fragment, it's pretty cool. What you're always looking for, see how shiny that is right there? That is the enamel on a shark's tooth. So that is how, you can see it here, and obviously back here, or the front here. That is an easy way to identify a shark's tooth, is by the enamel. And it almost has like a bluish color to it sometimes. So enamel lasts millions of years, tens, hundreds of millions of years. And it gives it that nice shine. These are beautiful. Now you know what to look for when looking for the Megalodon tooth. The most sought after shark. Alright, this is not a shark's tooth. If you looked at that and you were like, what kind of shark's tooth is that? That is not a shark's tooth. These are called mermaid purses. This is kind of a little bonus I wanted to show you. And you can find these on our Gulf Coast beaches. It's an actual egg sac. This one was dried out, of course. But that is the mermaid purse. You can see it kind of looks like a little purse. They're very fragile, but it is an interesting find that you can find right here on the beach while you're looking for fossilized shark's teeth.